Good evening. I'm Bruce Evanson from Suncoast Fly Fishers. Tonight I want to show you a very fast to tie, simple little fly. It's a KWAN Type. It isn't exactly a KWAN fly. Quick and easy, works very well. I've had most of my luck on trout. I have a friend who has caught several baby tarpon on this fly. So it's small. We're going to tie it on a 3407 size 6 in the hooks, and as you can see, I've wrapped it from the hook eye back to the hook bend, and then I've brought the wrap back to just short of the hook eye. Don't go all the way back to the eye. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a little extra select craft fur, and let me tell you a little secret about craft fur. See how it goes and continues on past the material it's hooked to. Some people cut it off here. That's a waste, because all this material down here you're cutting short because you're taking the tips off. Always start at the opposite end and take, if you've got a good flea brush or comb for a dog or cat, take and just comb some off the other way. And as you see, I've got some brush back here. Now I'm going to take this, cut it off right next to the material it's attached to. Okay, which I've done here. And now you can see what I have. And I'm going to take this, pull out all that excess. And I want this, because this is on a 6 hook, I'm going to tie it about 2 lengths. The material is much longer, but I'm going to tie it at about 2 lengths, which would put me right about here. I'll let the little end stick out. So I want to cut it off right here. And because this is a belly material, I'm going to turn this over. Hold it right here on the front. Give myself 2 wraps here. Bring this around. Tie it up tight. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this back over. And I'm going to take a little tan. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to comb it away and back at the opposite end, and this time on this top piece I'm going to cut a little more. I want a little thicker clump, so again I'm going to grab this, I'm going to cut it close. Looks like I'm cutting a ton of material, but when you get it all thinned out, not as much as you think it is. So again, here you can see what I've got. I'm taking this end here, getting this thick stuff out. Now I've turned this back over to the top, and I'm going to go about the same length, which was here, and I'm going to go around once, twice lightly, and I want to spread this around this time much as I can. Okay, and I'm going to give it a few more wraps, and I'm going to put one knot in it. Now I'm going to bend all this other material back just. Now I'm going to give it a couple wraps. Go a couple wraps here, right behind the eye. Always like to tie 3 knots in it, right there. I'm going to take a little super glue, touch it right here in the bottom where the knot is. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to come back here where I was, and I'm going to trim this back a little shorter, probably about 1/4 of an inch behind where I wrapped it. Snip that off just to give it a little more of a head and body. Right there. I'm going to snip this off right here. Now I'm going to take a brown marker and go back on the brown only, not the white, but on the brown only. And I'm going to bar it. Again, I like to work in odd numbers, so here I put 5 on there. Work that around. Let me line the hook up here to the center. And there you have it. This is a very light. Oops, I got a little brown there I can snip. Should have been snipped. Okay. No need for eyes or anything else. You've got your body, your belly, and a little flare here on the back. You cast this out for your trout, baby tarpon, whatever it is you see working on the surface. It's a very light fly. It hits like a feather on the water and will settle down. And just work that, and then I usually work it in just fairly short little strips. Change up, you know, if you're not doing anything that way, give it longer strips and pauses. Always give your flies a decent little pause in between. There you have it, your little KWAN Type, easy to tie, fast to tie. You should keep a half a dozen of these in your box. They work very well. Catch some fish. Thank you.